Hello, welcome back to the channel, all you wonderful card players, card collectors, and beautiful people who just check out my stuff. I am here today to do another one of my deck talks. Um, Today's topic is not going to be one that I think is going to be overly popular with most card players, but I think it's going to offer a new perspective on things that maybe they haven't given it a thought like this before. So, today's topic is going to be the ban list. And the reasons why I personally don't believe in ban lists and why I build forbidden decks. So, the ban list, in my opinion, is a lot like an um, imperfect society. There's certain um, people or a certain group of creatures or plants or whatever that are outlawed from the area because they don't fit in with the social norms that have been accepted but not necessarily agreed upon by the society itself. And that is a lot like the ban list, in my opinion. So, to give you an understanding of where I'm coming from, imagine the companies that make your cards are like the royalty in medieval times. And the ban list is the laws that they put out to subjugate all the players or the people under their rule. To me, that is what a ban list is. It's a, a restriction set by the people who make the cards in the first place as a way to maintain their grip on their profits for the companies that they represent. They need us to buy new material and they need us to buy new cards in order to keep themselves afloat, essentially. And in order to make new cards consistently so that they can continue to make massive amounts of profits, they need to make sure that they have product monthly almost, many companies these days that make cards, um, monthly products so that the players are constantly feeding their bottom dollar. And while I admit I love cards and I will go out and buy some cards myself when I can afford to, um, ultimately, the reason that the ban list exists is because they print too much, they don't put enough consideration into their game, and the game pieces themselves become too overpowered. And in a way, that's again going back to the analogy that I was giving before. Imagine that the cards that are on the ban list are also, in another way, not just the regulations that are put on the people, but the citizens that the crown uses to subjugate those people. If we were to let them be free to do what they want, they would ruin the society completely, so they have to be restricted, you see. And again, it's just about trying to keep control over a situation where there doesn't need to be that kind of control. Game players, card players, and game players of all kinds agree to a set of rules to the card games themselves that they like to play. And those are the social contract that we, as a group of players, come to accept and decide upon in order to play together. Often in Magic, there's even Rule Zero discussions at the table before we begin games, so that everybody knows where everybody's coming from, what their deck's level is, what it's capable of, so that we can all have a fun game together. But those social norms, those rules to the game that we all live by and play by, they don't have to require a ban list in order to exist. That ban list is something that is imposed versus something agreed upon. And while many players do seem to just go along with a ban list, and you'll see many people react to the new ban lists that come out and hum and haw over different cards that go on and off the list. Ultimately, what they're doing is they're just contributing to their own subjugation. They're contributing to their own. They're contributing to being ruled over by the companies that make these cards. And that is why my new project, the card tournament that I'm doing, which I expect to take probably at least a month to play, if not a couple months, is going to replace my openings of cards for a while. I'm taking a step back from buying product. I have some repairs to do on cars and on my car and some other things anyways. But I want to take a step back and I want to just enjoy the cards that I have. So I'm going to do the Magic tournament, and I'm also going to start doing some playthroughs once I get a new camera stick with my Forbidden decks, playing against each other, showing you how I enjoy my cards. So, with all that said, I look forward to those videos, and I just wanted to share my thoughts on what I feel is an inferior system. An inferior system that many people champion and praise because they feel like it makes the game playable. But in reality, what makes the game playable is the game pieces themselves. And being restricted from using certain game pieces funnels us all into a certain way of playing. What we need is to do away with ban lists and be able to play freely, whatever cards we wish to play, within the regulations of the game. That is my opinion, and that is why I build Forbidden decks. Feel free to comment below and tell me why you agree with a ban list, and I will happily debate you in a polite way. Or tell me why you agree with my perspective. Maybe I've changed your mind on some things. Anyways, I wish you all well. Much love to you all. And goodbye.